Hello, welcome to Penguins Wanderlust. It's a cold, windy day here in Victoria, British Columbia, and we've decided to go up Mount Tolmie, which is just in behind us, and it's a nice little park on the top of our local hill. And since I've been trying to cover all of the different places you can go for little dog walks in Victoria, I thought we would add this one. And at the top here we have all of these Garry oaks, and it's too early for the leaves to start sprouting, although I saw some flowers on like a plum tree this morning. But anyway, we're just going to go up this little path here behind me and go to the top, and from here you can actually see across the valley to the other bump way over there past Rover's Head, and that is Mount Doug, which is also a good high spot to take in the vista. Good places for coming and seeing the sunrise and the sunset. So there's Mount Doug way over there, and unlike Mount Doug, Mount Tolmie actually has houses going up both sides of it. When they did Mount Doug, they put a whole park all the way around it, and so people can't have houses up it, but not so here. Here at the very summit of Mount Tolmie, there's no houses. And we're just going to wander up this path up here, Rover and I, and we haven't been here in a very, very long time. This is very typical Victoria terrain. Big moss-colored rocks and scraggly Garry oaks. Garry oaks are unique to Vancouver Island. There are indigenous species of oak. You just drive to the top of Mount Tolmie. It's not that strenuous, so most people can enjoy coming here. And I'm just coming over here to get a look from up at the top on this side. Probably not the best choice coming on a cold, windy day though, because it's quite cool on the skin. I could put on gloves, but, and by cold I mean cold by Victoria standards, which means around 0 degrees Celsius. You can really see the mountain over there today. Right there. Nice and white. And yeah, pretty good view from right here. There's Mount Doug, and then you can see just to the left of Mount Doug where the white is, that is the Saanich Inlet. That's probably the far side of the Saanich Inlet, because right here going this direction, I believe, is going north on the Saanich Peninsula. And then the bigger part of Vancouver Island is over there where the snow is on the Saanich Inlet. But very pretty. I think we're going to go back and wander a little bit farther. Oh, there's quite a bit of lichen on the rocks right here. And when we went to see um, chief kicking horse. The big statue in the States close to Mount Rushmore. It has a native Indian museum there, and there was a chart that you could get. I have a copy somewhere, and it told you the things you can use for natural dyes, and lichen was one of the things that you can use to dye cloth. And I still have a bit of a project where I would like to grow some like flax and get linen and maybe try dyeing it. I also brought back some cotton that was growing in a field in Texas this past year, and I'd like to try dyeing some of that as well. Yeah, this is an interesting little area. They're doing park restoration in progress. We need your help. Please stay on designated trails and avoid disturbing the area. Looks like they're trying to grow pretty purple flowers right here. When I lived in Ottawa, if you saw red branches like right over here, in Ottawa, it usually meant that it was dogwood, but I don't know. I think it was dogwood. Anyway, I don't know if that's true here too. I had used some to make dream catchers because in Ottawa I took a class that from an Ojibwe lady, and it was on Ojibwe culture and language, and another one was on crafts. One of the crafts was how to make Ojibwe dream catchers, because there's a very specific way of doing the web. It's not actually random at all. It's very, very blue sky today. Here's an old dead tree, and they keep it here because those are good for animals to live in and have food. And over here you can see how there's English ivy, the vine there, very pretty growing up, but it does tend to kill off what it's growing on. Like Gary Oaks, it's not very good. See, there's a ton on this dead tree, and there's even more all the way on the ground over here, and it's not native to here. It was brought like from England way back, and it likes the climate here, and it's not good for the trees. So occasionally they get groups of volunteers to pull it off and try and cut it out. See, it's all there too. And we're going up a little bit, going up to the higher spot. And this path is taking us out to the street with the houses. Interesting to notice that you're not allowed to ride your bicycle here, because if they catch you on the trails, it's a $50 fine or more. Hey, Rover, Rover, Rover. Well, you can see it's a brilliant sunshine today. So we're going to try this little trail here instead. It's quite pretty. There's all sorts of little parks all around Victoria. It really is a wonderful place if you like to come and walk, and you actually want to stay in Canada for your holiday. You know, we don't usually get winter, although we did 2 weeks ago. But as you can see, the snow's gone from here. It's not all gone from around the house yet, but it's mostly gone, so you can go for walks year round here. It's a wonderful place to get exercise at all times of the year. So when you keep coming up here, you come to this little concrete area, which is a little lookout. So we'll go up there. Well, hopefully the microphone helps cut out the windows. You can see the ocean over there. And here's a nice little bench for people to just sit and rest once they've come up this tiny little bit of a hill. And see, you can see the mountain with all the snow on it over there. Or over there, there's more than one. Kind of nice being way up here. And we're going to still walk over there though. So here you can see the bane of my existence, blackberries. I think the early settlers planted them everywhere in Victoria because, they give you berries. However, they are really hard to get rid of. And see, here's some of our winter snow. You have to look quick in Victoria to actually see our winter season. This year it lasted basically 2 weeks, which is way too long. But so these little shady areas around town, and this is the one that it's quite picturesque, but it takes you up to a really ugly little lookout, and grab beauty when you can. These are nice little stairs. And when you come out, I think this is also maybe where there's a larger parking lot, because we got the last spot on the little one. Oh, I need more exercise. Oh, here we are at the top. And see, there's the bigger parking lot. So you can get a view of the ocean on this side. And here's the little ugly area. We came here probably a decade or more ago with cubs. Back when I was a cub leader with Scouts Canada. Scouts Canada, unlike the US, allows women and girls to join. And we had some kind of cub initiation thing here, where I think they put some fuel on the ground and lit it and thrilled all the kids. Scout leaders really like their fire. So here's the view from up here. You can see the ocean all the way along. And the railings have a couple spots there where they have like a sailboat silhouetted, which is kind of a nice touch, but they could have worked harder on the rest of it. And anyway, so here we are. This is the view from Mount Tolmie. And way over there, that's Mount Doug. And the seagulls think this is just great. But we're going to go up to the next higher spot. Well, little guy looks a little bit cold up here. But this is where you get the full panorama. It is up here. And this is the uppermost parking lot. So if you have trouble walking, or someone in your group does, you can still come here and they can look out the window of the car if they want to and actually stay warm. And the wind's trying to pull this phone out of my hand. But and over here is a marker provided by the Rotary Club of Saanich and the Mount Tolmie Community Association in partnership with the District of Saanich 2011. So it actually shows you where everything is, and gosh, it's cold up here. So I don't think we're going to stay up here much longer. I think we're going to cheat and actually go down skip the rest of the trails and just take the road back down. And there's another marker over there that shows you where everything is. And maybe on a warmer day I'll bother with those. But for now we're just going to wend our way back down the road and back to the car. So see, here's a good view of Mount Doug over here. And if it was warmer, then I might try and figure out where my house is from here, but it's too cold to care right now. Well, thanks for watching Penguin's Wanderlust. Penny and Penguin would like you to hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video. We'd also like you to add a comment. Would you like to walk up Mount Tolmie? And also please subscribe to our channel. There will be newer and better content coming all the time at you, so please join us in our traveling with an emphasis on nature and art. Bye!